Alright, hey guys, what's up? Today I'm doing a gravity assist tutorial. Gravity assist is just really a way to change your orbital direction and speed without any fuel. You need to, go to a planet which takes fuel. Yeah, as you can see, if you put your orbit behind the moon, then you're gonna gain speed and your orbit will get bigger. But as I'm about to show you, if you put your orbit in front of the moon, you're gonna slow down and, go back to Earth. Oh yeah, and the closer you are to the moon or wherever you're going, the better. As you can see, it worked perfectly. Except for the fact that it crashed at the end. Well, that was an accident. Anyways, so a good way to use this, for real, is to go to Jupiter or any outer planet. And to do this, you can go to Venus, then from there, you go to Earth, and then maybe fly by Earth one more time, and then you should have an orbit high enough to go to Jupiter with a lot of fuel saved. So as you can see here, I'm just going to Venus, I am still using like a infinite fuel rocket because it's a tutorial, so I didn't really feel like there's any need to build a normal rocket. You can test this out yourself. It's doable. And the next update's supposed to have planned and maneuver nodes. And that will definitely help with this. But for now, it's definitely doable. You should just save as much as you can. And also, you want to make sure you're doing it perfectly. If you can't get your orbit in front of or behind a planet, you want your endpoint facing the direction you want to accelerate, or your exit point of the planet. See, on Venus, I'm gonna exit going downwards, so I'm gonna have accelerated in that direction, not as much. You don't want to visit Mars or Mercury for something like this because they just don't have as much gravity and just aren't worth a visit. You'll spend more fuel than you'll gain back. But really, the one you're going to want to use the most is Earth, because it has the highest mass of all the inner planets. Right now I'm just playing with my orbits to, get an Earth approach. Getting an encounter with a planet without the assistance of the planned windows and all that, it's a lot less straightforward, and it involves a lot of just playing around with it. But you'll get it, It just takes practice. Anyways, as you can see, I'm flying by Earth still. But as you can see, I just gained a lot of speed without really doing much in terms of fuel. And I mean, SFS doesn't really take that much delta V to go places, but it's useful to save like a couple hundred. This will probably save you like 700 total in going to Jupiter, I'd say. If you don't know what delta V is, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Matt Lown has a video on it, or Scott Manley. I don't know. But it's basically just like a way to measure how far your spacecraft can go, how fast it can accelerate to at its maximum speed. So if it has 1,000 meters per second of delta V, and if I'm in space and I'm starting at 0, when I fire my engines, when they run out of fuel, I'll be going, 2,000 meters per second. Anyways, here I kind of got stuck with sometimes it happens where it's hard to get much higher. For the sake of usually I just keep going, but for the sake of the tutorial not being 20 minutes long of nothing really, I think I've already made my point of like how to do this. I'm just gonna move on to the next thing and go to Jupiter. Anyways, you do want to get a closer approach where Jupiter is behind your apoapsis, which is, you know, your highest point in your orbit. Then you just want to accelerate, you know, and that'll get you there. I got pretty lucky in this attempt. But yeah, so game, I don't know how to, I think it's game mode, or I don't really know how to pronounce it correctly, but what you want to do is fly by it and put your orbit right in front of it. That can get you a capture burn. And this will save you the most fuel. It's the least fun to do, but it'll save you the most fuel in the end. Because capturing into Jupiter it can take a lot of fuel. And also escaping Jupiter, which basically is just the same thing, but you want your orbit behind the planet. Oh yeah, and like I said before, you want to save a lot. Otherwise, your ship's just gonna be stuck in like interstellar space, or you're just gonna fall into the sun because maybe you did something wrong. And you can just keep doing this, playing around with your orbit and, you know, flying by moons until you get your orbit where you want it to be. I mean, obviously it still takes fuel, but it's definitely helpful. Oh yeah, you can also, like I said before, if you put your orbit behind the planet, you can escape. And, you know, it just saved me a lot of fuel there. And yeah, there you go. There's your round trip to Jupiter, saving a lot of fuel. But you probably don't want to do this with like any manned spacecraft, because this is going to take a lot more time to do. And we're back. I'm just gonna leave you with this little calm picture of me flying by Earth at extreme speeds. I mean, yeah. I forgot to put parachutes on this thing, so it's really just gonna crash. That's fine. It is. Anyways, that was a video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, or whatever else you do. Leave a comment if you have something to say. Always know. Bye.